Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, and welcome to this new episode of the mitoPodCast. For those of you joining us for the first time, the mitoPodCast is a new program that we hope will build awareness in the mitochondrial medicine, research, and patient advocacy community on topics related to mitochondrial disease and health, as well as to highlight cutting-edge research in the field. Our audio format episodes are approximately 10 minutes in length and will feature the exciting work of an expert in the field in a way that can be understood by all in the community, regardless of educational background. Included with every episode will be an infographic summary of what was discussed, so please check that out as well. For this episode, I am excited to be joined by Dr. Vanessa Gonçalves. Dr. Gonçalves is an assistant professor in the Brain and Therapeutics Division of the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Toronto. She is also an independent scientist at the Molecular Brain Sciences Department at the largest mental health research hospital in Canada, the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health, or CAMH. Dr. Gonçalves received her PhD in biochemistry and immunology from the Federal University of Minas Gerais in Brazil and completed a postdoctoral fellowship at CAMH. As you'll soon find out, her primary research interests lie in better understanding the role mitochondrial gene variants play in neuropsychiatric disorders. Dr. Gonçalves, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the mitoPodCast.
Hello, Mark. Thank you to invite me. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Oh, it's amazing to have you today. So, can you explain to listeners more about the background of your research program? And what are mitochondrial gene variants, and what motivated you to conduct research into the role they play in disorders such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, among others?
So my research background is based on the importance of mitochondria in the brain as the main source of energy for many of the cellular processes that are crucial for the function and survival of neurons. In my research, I'm searching for genetic markers, changes in the DNA in mitochondrial system associated with the risk to develop schizophrenia and other psychiatric disorders, but my main focus is schizophrenia, as well as for mitochondrial genetic markers that are shared across psychiatric disorders. These markers will reveal clues regarding the biology behind these serious conditions, opening new avenues for treatment options and prevention strategies. My motivation is the lack of knowledge regarding the etiology of mental illness and the potential that mitochondria hold to explain several aspects of the pathophysiology of these conditions.
Great, thank you for that. So, can you explain to listeners some of the findings of your research?
In terms of findings, I have published 2 of the largest studies investigating the association of mitochondrial SNPs with schizophrenia. So first, we reported the association of 9 mitochondrial genes associated with the risk for schizophrenia, and 4 of these genes were described to also show altered gene expression in postmortem brain datasets for schizophrenia individuals. Most of these genes were associated with the oxidative phosphorylation, probably increasing the oxidative stress in the cells. And we also analyzed the mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is the DNA inside of the mitochondria that has only 37 genes, the circular molecule. And for the mitochondrial DNA, we saw a lot of rare variants that probably is playing a role in the risk for developed schizophrenia.
Wow, that sounds very cool. So, what are some next steps you would like to take in your research? And how do you see this translating into diagnosis and treatment?
So the next step is like the mitochondrial DNA is by genome. So there is the genes in the nuclear DNA and the genes in the mitochondrial DNA. So I want to explore more the gene-gene interaction, as well as the interaction between the genes and the environment factors. That is really important for complex traits. And I believe that the integration of the mitochondrial DNA as well as other chromosomes as chromosome X and Y that's not being included in the genetic analysis currently will give us a broader picture of the genetic architecture of mental illness and guide us for more innovative treatments in the future.
So, as you know, the development of new treatments for mitochondrial dysfunction is not easy. In your opinion, how can we accelerate the drug development process while prioritizing patient safety?
I believe the advance in the genetic architecture of mitochondrial primary and secondary diseases and the use of other methods like the induced pluripotent stem cells that you can see like the 3D brain, and then you can test like mitochondrial dysfunction with the patients like on cells. I think are two of the great promise that I see now to advance the field in the next years, with potential to bring new perspectives for the global understanding of the pathophysiology of the mitochondrial diseases and to test new treatments options for patients.
So, from the perspective of a research scientist, how do you think a network of patients, researchers, industry representatives, and clinicians collaborating together benefits mitochondrial medicine and research? In other words, what is the value of bringing diverse voices together?
I think that collaborative network allow us to bring together a range of experts from different fields, opening new perspectives and bring innovation for both basic and clinical research. I believe it is the way to advance the field and the way that science is working now. I believe, for example, the MitoNet, the Canadian network, will move mitochondrial disease for the understanding of mitochondrial disease for another level, and patients will benefit most from this network.
So thank you so much for coming on the program today and for discussing your fascinating work. Before we end for today, do you have a final message for our listeners? And where can our listeners contact you if they have any questions?
I think I want to say that mitochondrial research is a growing area of research nowadays, and I believe we will have great progress in the next few years. I think it's important scientists and community to talk and to make sure that we are going the right direction, we answer the right questions, and to bring more than hope for the patients and their families. The listeners can contact me through my email, Vanessa, Vanessagonçalves @camage.ca. I'll be more than happy to further discuss any topic of their interest. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Gonçalves, for coming on today. So before we end for today, I would like to thank all our listeners for today's episode. If you have any comments or suggestions for future episodes, we would love to hear from you. Please head on over to our website to download our episodes and to see the upcoming events we have for this year. We have some exciting initiatives planned, so please stay tuned. Thank you all once again, and tune in to our next episode featuring another expert doing exciting work in the field of mitochondrial medicine.